quickly bring up my chat window so I can see you guys in the chat. Again, sorry about that. Growing pains. I actually, like I said, I updated my OBS, so it's doing all sorts of new and crazy things. But yeah, this is actually the new version of AGS, which can do some really awesome stuff. It can go, it can now display in OpenGL, which means that a lot of the problems people had, like, going in and out of windowed mode, opening the Steam overlay, like all that stuff is no longer an issue. So that's really cool. Yeah, hi Sasha, I am back. All right, so whoops, no, I'm opening up the wrong thing. Okay, now you can see everything I'm doing on my desktop. Okay. So now reopening AGS. Yeah, that's my bit bucket. You don't care, but you don't need to see that. Okay, let's open up Unavowed. And let's do this. First of all, I assume y'all can hear me? Nothing's changed? Okay, cool. Great stuff. So many problems go away. A lot of problems go away only to bring in new problems. There we go. Alright, now I can use the keyboard again. Yes, which means I can go to my little chapter select. Hello, Dreamcatcher Wolf. So, we go here. So we're going to pick... Who should we pick? Let's pick Eli and Vicky. We go to Chinatown. I think the last time we did this, it was just Brooklyn and Wall Street. And now I've got Chinatown. And there's going to be a Bronx mission that I may or may not be cutting, because this game is getting so long, and with every section of the game, it just takes so much longer to do, and it just gets exponentially bigger and more complicated. So you heard it here. I might be cutting one of these. But the game is already the longest game I've ever made, so... Old School Vinny, you saw the game at Play NYC. Awesome. I'm not working with Unreal. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, this is placeholder music. I stole it from Shadowrun Hong Kong. I was actually listening to a lot of that music while designing this to try to give me that, Chinatown feel. So this is actually a real place. Canal Street Station downtown is actually near where my parents live, actually. They live just outside of Chinatown. This sign is real. This subway station is real. So yeah. Let's go here. So this is a little outdoor restaurant. You might recognize this guy. We're going to be adding animations to him today. And there's this cook whose name is Wing. You're not waiting for Godot. Yeah, I've heard good things about Godot, the adventure game engine, or Unity, false Unity. It's funny now with other streams, because the chat wasn't on the screen. I always had to explain what it was that you were saying in order to respond to it for the people on YouTube who didn't see the chat. But now I don't have to do that. I know the guy who made Adventure Creator in Unity is the guy who worked on one of the games we published a long time ago, the guy who wrote Da New Guys. And I've heard good things about Adventure Creator. So yeah, this is a cook. This is Durkin. That's a bunch of dead ducks. Haha. This is a guy named Doug, who I don't think we have any animations for him. But we do have another pose for him, and I have my nice little placeholder portrait from him, for him. Blah blah blah. I'm just skipping through this because I'm trying to make this as non-spoilery as possible. Godot isn't actually an adventure game engine. It's more general purpose than that. Oh, okay. Can we stop by a Chinatown arcade? I thought about adding one, but I didn't. What's funny about Chinatown is that originally in the old design document that I created, or I actually hired someone to help me create an original narrative treatment, because I was working on Shardlight and Technobabylon at the time, and I kind of wanted to have something. I wanted to have something ready to go for when I started Unavowed. And the funny thing is, I changed about 90% of that original thing. So when she sees the game, you might know her. She's a writer named Jen Hepler. She used to work for BioWare. When she sees the game, a lot of things have changed. This Chinatown segment actually used to be the Bronx. But I decided to move it to Chinatown because I thought it was a more interesting visual place. Because I was finding it hard pressed to make the Bronx, because I already had a section in the Bronx, and I wanted to make it something a little more visually interesting. So I changed it to Chinatown. And in the Bronx segment, there was a scene that took place in the prison, which is known as the Boat. It's this really famous prison. But in Chinatown, there is this other prison called the Tombs, which is this right here. So I thought it would be it'd be a cool thing to use. And this bridge here is called the Walk of Sighs, because over here is the courthouse, over here is the jail. So you walk across, and I guess you sigh or something. So you go in here, and here's my little placeholder background of the inside the jail. And this is a cop behind the desk. We do not have this background yet. And also up here, there's a Chinese restaurant where you have a little flashback. Oh, and it's still my old placeholder art. Haha. You might remember from my previous stream, I mentioned how your character was possessed by a demon for about a year. And over the course of the game, you have these little flashbacks of things that you did while you were possessed. So this is one of them. And you're holding this piece of paper, and you let it go, and the paper flies into one of those little Chinese lanterns. So that is an animation we have today, and we're going to stick that in. And wow, those characters are really not in the proper place. Okay. I'm making a sort of framework scripts for an adventure game I want to make in Unity. Goddamn, making the inventory work as it should. Yeah, it's funny because I tried using Adventure Creator a few years ago. I decided I was going to switch over to Unity and never look back. And after like a month of trying to do the basic things that I could do in AGS, that I learned to do in AGS in like a week, I decided to stick with the devil I knew. So I'm going to stick with AGS. And especially now that the new version has fixed a lot of the issues that we have, I'm going to stick with it for now. Okay, so I'm going to quit out of here. Bam. So now here is lovely AGS, and let's import some of this stuff. So first, let's bring in Durkin, man. Let's do Durkin. So we go Durkin. So I'm going to do eat, because he's eating noodles. So I'm importing a 3.4 is quite the step up. It really is. So now I need to navigate to my folder, which is on Dropbox. Go to Unavowed, graphics, characters, Durkin. Oh, he eats and he smokes. So let's do eating first. So here's a whole bunch of them. So I'm going to import the first frame so I can import it with the alpha channel. And now I'm going to do quick import sprites, which means I can import all of the rest of the sprites using the same properties that I imported the first one with. So bam, all of those are in now. Okay, so now I go to characters, and it's cool. You can see everything now. Isn't that fun? And yeah, I'm sorry about how the background here isn't dark, so you can't read the chat. So I couldn't figure that out. I did everything. Baby steps, guys. Are the characters going to be talking from time to time? Yes, of course. Of course they will. I've disabled that, actually, because I want to keep this as non-spoilery as possible. So I disabled a lot of that stuff. Although for Chinatown, I haven't written it yet. Weirdly enough, all of the fun stuff, like the banter, background banter, stuff like that, is going to be the last thing I do, because I want to get the core game first. And all the fun stuff, all the polish, all the extra, like characters bantering in the background, that's all going to be added later. I'll actually, if there's time, I'll show you a scene later where the characters do that. As in, are there any done yet? Yes, there are. Oh, no voiceover? No voiceover yet. Not yet. That's also the very last thing I do, because voiceover is one of the hardest things to change once it's done. You can change art, you can change programming, but once it's recorded, if you want to change it, you got to book the actor, you got to book the studio, you got to pay a lot of money to get it done. So it's not easy. No. Okay, so let's create a view for Durkin. Durking. Okay, good going, Dave. I'm going to change that. Obviously, I typed that in a hurry. So, yeah, his portrait is the old portrait from Epiphany right now. So let's give him... Okay, this first loop here. Let's give him the first one. Eat. And I recently discovered a really cool new thing. Whoops. About AGS. It's a feature that's been in the game for years, and I only just heard about it. You can add all sprites from a folder. So if I hit that, bam, every single one of his sprites is in. I only just learned this, and I can't believe it. The annoying thing is that it leaves the first one blank, so you gotta delete that. So I can do a little animate test. So now he's eating. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Eat, eat, chomp, chomp, chomp. Awesome. So now I'm gonna import his... I come from a broadcasting background, so I always sort of feel like you can never have dead air. So I'm constantly talking, trying to fill up the time. Can't have dead air. So if I'm talking too fast or if I'm talking too much, please call me out on that. So let's type in smoke, not snoke. Come on, Dave. Smoke. So I can do quick import sprites again. Smoking, and I'm going to highlight them all. Bam. Let's now create a new loop. Add all. Smoke. All right, so let's see him smoke there. Bam. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, whoops. It flashes like that because I still have that blank sprite at the beginning. Ooh, my air conditioner is making me a little chilly. Turn that down. Talking is fine. Dead air gets you fined on commercial radio. No? Yeah, I think it does. Oh, some people use robo voices for temp V8. Yeah, I could do that, but God, that's a heck of a lot of extra work that I just do not want to do. So I'm not going to. It's just a lot of work having to like export that, cut it up, and import it into the game for Y, only to have to do it again when I get the real voiceover. So yeah, it can't be a Wadjet game set in New York without Sam Durkin. Ragnia? As always, I'm trying to pronounce your names correctly. Okay, so I've got these two animations. Let's have him... I'm going to move my microphone a bit because it's in the way and I can't reach my keyboard. So hopefully y'all can hear me still, even though I moved the microphone a little farther away. All right, so now let's bring up the room that Durkin is in. Chinatown. China noodles. Originally, it was just a noodle shop, but... I couldn't resist having those ducks hanging, so I made it a more than noodle shop. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so I want him to eat a few times and then smoke. So let's see, how many? Do they each have the same amount of frames? No, they don't. Okay, so. All right. So how about, here's a good idea. To make it random, I'll do, I'll set a random number. Let's see. Okay. Best way to do this would have a random number generator, and 4 out of every 5 times he eats, and that one time he smokes. So that would probably be the best way to do it. Okay, so let's start with him. Okay, as soon as you enter the room, see Durkin. See Dirk is my, will it have commentary mode? Of course. Of course. Let's see. Animate 0. Let's give him a delay of 3. Once, no block, E, no block, and forwards. Okay. So now I need to do a repeating execute always command. And I always forget the syntax, so I always have to look it up because I'm an idiot. So I type this, bam, that's the syntax right there. So I bring it into AEG, bring it into this room. Okay, so if cdirk, if he finishes the animation, if animating equals false, if he's not animating, okay, int, I'll just call it X because I can't think right now, random out of 4. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so if X equals 0, let's say, Durkin, he smokes. So that's loop 1, 3, once, and no block and forwards. I'm just guessing. I'm assuming this will work. I know it'll all fall to pieces as soon as I run the game. Otherwise, he runs the first one. You know, I think 1 out of every 5 is a little too much. Let's do 1 out of every 4 instead. All right, let's see how that works. Actually, wait, no. I don't want to do that. I want to do... where did it go? I don't need to start him animating. Okay, let's see if that works. Does Joey have a cameo? I won't say anything. I don't want to spoil it and or disappoint you. Okay. So let's go, Eli and Mandana. Let's go to Chinatown. You know, other more modern engines allow you to do things on the fly while the game is running. That's the one thing AGS can't do. And in a big game like this, it gets a little annoying. Ah! Crash. Okay, why'd you crash? It doesn't say. I don't even have an error message, it just froze. Okay, that's unusual. Alright, obviously I did something wrong. Alright. I'm gonna have to open up the task manager to get rid of it. That's great. Alright. What happened there? Okay. It all fell to pieces. Dark and animating equals false. Say dark animating equals false. Int x random. Okay. Why did it crash on me? Dude, this looks awesome. Also, I can't say it looks to be more horror based. It's not horror based. I guess there's a lot more darker stuff. It's more Hellblazer than Supernatural or Charmed. I say Black Hole was more lighter. It was more like Supernatural, more like Charmed. While Unavowed is more like Dresden or Angel or Hellblazer, or more Vampire the Masquerade, World of Darkness. Stick a display in there somewhere. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a toggle breakpoint in repeat execute always. So if the problem is there, we'll find out. Let's try it again. A demon is horror based. Kind of. You had me at Dresden. You like Dresden too? I'm sure I've talked about Dresden on these streams. Alright, let's see. Okay, we got here. We got here. We got here. Alright. So it got to the end of repeat execute always, and it crashed. The character new character could not be displayed because there were no frames in loop 0 of 1. You can't see that because I know why. Because you can't see that because I have the game window as the very top thing. Okay, yeah, yeah. If I remove game capture, you can see the error message. New character could not be displayed because there were no frames in loop 0 of 1. Really? Loop 0 of view 1. Loop 0 of view 1. Did I not... Wait. Did I not set a view for Durkin? I'm sure I did. 247. Let's see. Oh my god, I didn't. I didn't. Oh, duh. You know why? Okay. Because I set Durkin up as an object, not a character. Which is a silly way to do it, but I did it that way anyway. Sometimes if you want to set up certain animations or things like that, it's easier to set up the character as an object instead of a character. And I didn't, and it's not C Dirk, it's O Dirk. Okay. I think it's O Dirk. Let me see. O Durkin. Okay. My mistake. I see what I did. The thing David did was be an idiot. Okay. Okay. It's a bit of a hacky AGS thing that I just want to make sure I didn't do it anywhere else. When he talks, he's a character. When he's on the screen, he's an object. It's just easier sometimes. It's a bit of a cheat. Actually, it's very much of a cheat. I should not have done it. I did it anyway. I need to set his... Whoops. O Durkin. Set view. V Durkin. That should fix it. Nope, I have a compilation error. V Durkin. Did I set this right? Set view V Durkin. Oh, it's all got to be all caps. Okay. Yeah, AGS is its own language. It's like a C, C++ variant. It's its own proprietary thing. A bit of a cheat, Save says, for many things. Oh, I cheat in many other ways, trust me. Alright, let's see here. There he goes. So he smokes, eats, eats again. Come on, Durkin, smoke. Okay, stupid random. Okay. Huh. Alright. Come on, randomness. Sit. I'm just waiting for him to smoke instead of eat. He did smoke. The first thing he did was smoke. Oh, whoops! Here, let me get it. Get the cam capture up for you. There he goes. Okay, that's not enough. He needs to smoke more often. Okay, so let's. You know what? Instead of 1 out of every 4, maybe 1 out of every 3? Seems crazy. Okay, I'm going to do this a little differently. Okay. No, I want it to be random. First of all, let's slow him down just a touch. Let's bring him up to 4 to slow him down. Okay, let's try it now. He can't stop to smoke. He's too hungry. Durkin is now in an endless loop of eating someone saving. Alright. Alright, let's go back to Chinatown. Yeah. Oh, here's another thing I'm going to change. In the old streams, the player character was just standing there, and I decided to have him hold the bar instead. But Ben drew it from the wrong position. I want the player to be... Like, it looks like he's really, really holding on, like he's really far away. And we adjusted that, and we're going to adjust that today too. Assuming there's time. It seems I'm spending the whole time on Durkin eating. Okay, he eats. Smokes. Eats. Smokes. Eats. 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 Come on, smoke. There he goes. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly kind of how I wanted it. I do want to... That was a little too fast. Maybe the smoking should be a little slower. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little delay at the beginning of each of these animations. That way he does a little pause before each one. He's smoking and eating too fast. I agree. So I'm adding a little delay to the beginning of each one. Yeah, not long enough. Okay. Not long enough. Make it a delay of 15 instead. A plus plus. Durkin just became the most relatable character. Better. The smoking is too fast. You might be right. Maybe he does need to do nothing. So let's copy that frame here and give that a delay of like 50. So that plays for 50 frames. Let's see. Not 50 frames, but it gives it a bit of a delay. Okay. I think these need a little bit of extra too. Let's make that 30, a delay of 30 instead. Make it a delay of 100. Give it more time. Okay. So... Okay. So let's bring it up to 4 again. So if it's 0, he smokes. If it's 1, he does nothing. Whoops. That's 2. The delay doesn't matter. Whoops. And if it's anything else, he eats. All right. You'll want to kill me, but what about something like he's reading? Nah, this is fine. It's only so much I want to do. Chomp, chomp, chomp. He's doing nothing. He's eating. Eli, get out of the way. And he's smoking. Yeah, alright. That's a little more natural. I'll probably be fiddling with this a little bit much later. Be fiddling with this more later. Okay, now I'm hot. I'm turning the air conditioner back on. So you'll be hearing that whoosh soon. Alright. Nice. Okay, that works. Alright, go Durkin. Yeah, we can talk to him. Yeah. Simple enough. Okay, so now we're going to animate this cook over here. I think we've talked about it before, but where did the name Unavowed come from? You know, I'm not sure. I kind of wanted I had the idea of a group that wasn't loyal to any particular like government or religion or anything like that. So I thought they were unavowed, literally. So that's kind of where the name came from. And originally I wasn't sure about the name. I thought it sounded cheesy, but I kind of kept with it. I kind of kept it because here I am like years later. He'd never turn his head for someone who's doing so much, but that's fine. Okay, so yeah, she is going to be cooking, and we have several cooking animations for her. So let's work with her. Let's see. We got sprites, characters, Chinatown. Come on, Dave. All right. Obviously, I didn't type these in thinking that people would be seeing them later. So her name is Wing. So she's got several different animations. She's got stirring, seasoning, and tossing. So let's do stirring first. Well, first of all, let's replace that first one with stirring. Let's see, Wing, stir, bam. Yes, bring it in with an alpha channel. No transparency. Quick import the rest of them. Doink. And let's see, stirring, tossing. And we've got seasoning. Because this is how cooking works, right? Import them all. Okay. Gotta love how the conversation always goes back to Blackwell. Hey, well, you know. It's not a surprise. I mean, literally Blackwell, in terms of my own personal projects, my own personal work, Blackwell is all I've done since 2006. So this is actually the first original IP since in 11 years. How crazy is that? I'm glad this is set in the same world. My wife and I love the Blackwell series. Oh, you're very welcome. The Spotted Joe. Nice name. Unavowed returns your stuff as the first result on Google. Awesome. It won't mess up the tech app store like Technobabelo. Yes. I hear noises. Yeah, Janet's moving around. She's doing stuff. Oh, it's okay. You're allowed to move in your own home. Okay, views. Let's go to Wing. And I knew a Wing who liked to cook. Hence why I called her Wing. Wing cook. Wing the cook. Okay. So first of all, let's remove these because they're not necessary. And I think we only have only have 3 frames. So all sprites from folder. Wing. Let's have her stirring first. Gotta delete the first one. And tossing. And seasoning. Bam. Whoa, seasoning's a long animation. All right. How do I feel about people watching you work? I mean, I wouldn't be doing this if I felt weird about it. It's fun. It's kind of fun. Because I feel like I need to explain all my choices and everything while I'm doing it, and it actually kind of, it's kind of fun. It's kind of neat. I enjoy it, and you guys enjoy it too. And I can talk about myself for a few hours, and I can do that without question. Blackwell was my gateway drug. Awesome. What I really like is how anyone that is interested in a game or something has potential to look behind the curtain as the dev is making the thing. Yeah, in a way it's cool that you can do that. The problem is when you feel obligated to do it. Like you feel that you need to do streaming and vlogging and blogging and constant twittering and being present on social media just to kind of maintain your presence. Fortunately, I enjoy the tweeting. I like using Twitter. I find it a lot of fun. The streaming is something that I don't do too often. I'm doing it today because I had a bunch of assets. Ben sent me a whole bunch of stuff the other day that I didn't get a chance to import into the game yet. So I had a whole bunch of stuff backed up that would take me several hours to import. So I thought, why not do a stream out of it? That makes sense. Otherwise, it would just be really, really boring. You'd just be watching me program or like bang my head against the desk or doing placeholder art in Photoshop or whatever, which I guess could be fun, but I don't know for how long. Anyway, so we got stirring, tossing, and seasoning. Let me see I haven't even seen the animations play yet. So there she is stirring. There she's seasoning. Cool beans. So I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did with Durkin. It's pretty much the exact same thing. And I think Wing is a character, so I wasn't terribly consistent there when I think Wing is a character. Let me see. I was not consistent. Yep, there she is. She's a character. Because I showed this room's characters, and there's Wing. And likewise, if you show the room's objects, there's Durkin. So that's bad practice, just to let y'all know. But I did it anyway, because I'm a moron. Don't forget, sometimes people feel as if they're owed stuff. You're right. You're totally right. But I mean, if you're here watching me and you're involved and interacting with me, that means you've probably been a fan for a while. And I don't feel like I owe you or anything, but I do feel like you deserve something extra or fun because of that. Not that I feel like I have to, but I want to. I want to give you guys something. So let's see. Let's do this. I can pretty much do the exact same thing here. Since it's 3 animations, I'm just going to copy and paste this, and it just changed Durkin to Wing. C Wing. I'm going to 0, 1, and it's 0, 0, 1, and 2. Excuse me. Except it should be 0 is stirring, so she should stir more often. And season, and you know what? I'm going to change that to 5, because she should stir a lot more often. And then she seasons, and then she tosses. Oh, whoops. All right, let's just do it. Bam. Entitlement is part of the human condition. So is inconsistency. Thank you. I trust whatever you come up with, my guy. You're not disappointed. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. In that case, the other people in the fandom audience need to tell them to text. Whoops. Hello. I've never had a problem with like entitled fans. What? Actually, there was one. There was one fan. I won't mention the name, but the fan never bothered me, but it bothered the voice actors a lot. Weirdly enough, just always asking for signed autographs, that kind of stuff, really bugging them a lot. Never bothering me. Okay, out of the way, guys. Out of the way. Out of the way. Eli. There we go. Actually, that looks pretty good. That looks really good. I mean, that first try, guys, that looks pretty good. I need to add sound effects later, but that's pretty good. She's not doing a lot of seasoning. There we go. All right. That looks really good. First time. That never happens. Okay, cool. Yeah, and if you talk to her, here's my little placeholder sprite for her, placeholder thing for her. She's not as happy as she is in that placeholder image. That was just Google image search. Okay, so what next? What should we do next? I got him. Let's do the player character on the subway bit. because that should be pretty simple and it's easy to get to. Whoops, let's see. So here's a little peek behind the curtain. For the player, there's so many animations for the player. Not only that, there's male and female for each one. Oh, whoops. This is my old, when I did a placeholder way back in the first week of development, I used Max Lau. Right here, you can still see her. She's still in there. I could probably delete that because I don't use it in the game. Yep, it's gone. I used Max Lau and Regis because in Technobabylon they had the same. Every one of them had the same set of animations. They both walked. They both shot a gun. They both ducked. They both did everything. So it was a good way to test out male and female for Unavowed. That way I can just do like I had a command called player duck or player, and they would duck regardless if it was male or female. So that was a good way to test it out. That was way back when. I can't believe that her sprites were still in the game. So yeah, male and female for everything. So I have here subway, male. So I'm going to replace that with piece. Wait, was that male or female? That was male. Ride subway. Don't need an alpha channel, so use the top left for transparency. And female, same thing. Female, male fist, subway. Bam. Oh, whoops, I imported the alpha channel. Didn't need to do that. Don't need the alpha channel. Top left. Done. So now when we start the game, she's probably not, or he, depending, is not going to be holding the bar properly. Let's test this out. So I can just go to room 30. That's the subway. Yep, she's not holding the bar properly. She's like, she looks like she's holding the window. All right, so let's guesstimate here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm gonna move her up 8 frames and see what happens. Let's go into the subway. The code for the subway is actually kind of complicated because the characters don't act and react to clicks the way they do anywhere else in the game. So it's a little confusing. Okay. I attached the subway to the headquarters section because I don't know why. Okay. Player, place at. I'll just do a search for it because I can't find it. Here we go. Player, place at. So -9, that would be 301. Let's say 300. Let's see how that looks. Just trying to keep the window from falling out. Oh, hey, Blamumu. Maybe you can help me find another bug again. Or help me fix another bug. All right, here we go. Yeah, okay. There she is. And if I think I can just switch to male there. Yep. Okay. That was easy. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is this is going to be the more complicated one because it involves a lot of random placement and stuff. And I'm going to have a sip of coffee. That flashback bit that I showed you guys before, we're going to do that now. So let's see. First, we got to import sprites. So, I think there's like 3 different animations. Let's just double check. Dropbox, Unavowed. You guys are seeing my desktop. Graphics, characters, PC, female. So we got. Gotta look at all the animations the player has, and they're all doubled, male and female because we're crazy. If you want a pattern of actions with RNG touch, I suggest you set up an array of 5, choosing random place for actions like 3 for cooking, 1 for seasoning. What do you mean by a random touch? 5, for example, and choosing... Oh, I see what you mean, yeah, but it's fine right now. It's fine the way it is. It seems a little tedious to have to restart the game for every little change. You are right. I mentioned this before, how it's the one thing with AGS that a lot of more modern engines can do. You can make changes on the fly and see it right away. AGS can't do that, and it's a bit of a pain. I know Unity can do that. That's the one thing Unity has that other engines, that AGS doesn't. Okay, lotto ticket flutter, look at ticket, lotto ticket fly. Okay, spoiler, sorry, it's a lotto ticket that the player's holding. So I'm going to add the 3 animations there. Not that it's a big spoiler, it's pretty obvious. Okay, lotto hold. Male and female. This is the fun part, doing the player animations. Whoops. I meant to do another folder. Lotto hold. Okay. So quick import. No, I don't want a quick import because I believe she's got an alpha channel. Okay, look at... Okay, it's not lotto hold. It's look at, flutter, and let go. So yeah, she holds it up, she looks at it for a while, and then lets it go, and it flies away. So, lotto, look at. So let's import. All right, I highlighted male, so I got to go to male first. Look at lotto ticket. And I believe there is an alpha channel, so import the rest. That's male, and let's do what? Okay. Look at ticket. All right. Okay, so that's lotto look at, lotto flutter, male, and female. Since I'm already in the female folder, I'll just use that one. Lotto ticket flutter. And now I'll do male. Lotto ticket flutter. Okay, and then lotto fly. All right, male, female, import. It's so nice that you can see the whole thing now, because I know in other streams you couldn't see windows that I opened up. It's kind of cool that you're able to do that now. And that was that whole dead air thing. I always had to like describe everything. All right, here's what I'm looking at now that you can't see. All right, lotto fly and female. Now I do female. Lotto fly. Now the trick here, it's actually pretty easy to code this stuff, but the trick is, and the one thing that I can't ever not do, I call it hero M and hero F. I have all the loops for the male and all the loops for the female. The trick is that I have to have the same, I have to keep all of the loop numbers consistent. So if I'm on male and I create a loop for looking at the lotto ticket, that has to be the same loop number for the female. Otherwise, the whole thing gets screwed up. Whoops. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing for female. 56 for the female. So that way I can just, regardless of what, if I'm male or female, I just call loop 56 and it'll play. So assuming I don't screw that up, I never have to worry about male or female, like testing it constantly. As long as I keep that consistent, that's the only way to really bug that out. Which is why, like, I always make sure that I never import a player character animation unless I have both male and female ready to go for that reason, because it can really mess things up if I don't have both. All right, I should just import all of them. All right, so now, okay, add all sprites from folder. Lot of fly. Okay. So now let's do female. Flutter. Female flutter and female fly. Huh. Alliteration, baby. Alright, here we go. Whoops. Add all sprites from the folder. Okay, so now that all that's in. So now, again, all I have to do is call that loop number, and it should theoretically work for both. AGS is still being developed. It's still being updated, yeah. It's always in a state of development. It's always being improved upon, and no more than Microsoft Word is always in development. Photoshop is always being updated and things like that. So is AGS. Okay, so let's do this. So flashback. It's outside the Dragon Tree Restaurant. So here's the flashback here. So the first thing the player does is walk out and burp, and then turns left and holds up a piece of paper. So that is fake player, because it's the flashback player. So I call it fake player. Animate. Which number is it? Hold up 56, and then it runs 57 in a repeating loop. Okay. 56. I guess a delay of 4 maybe. Once it blocks, goes forward, and then see, fake player, animate 57. Give it a delay of 4 also. Repeat. Nope. Don't want it to block, and go forward. You know what? Make it flutter a little faster. Okay, and then later she lets go of it, and that's in another part of the code. China flashback. It's part of a dialogue. Nope, not there. Yeah, okay. Or not. Easy come, easy go. Okay, 8, 9, and 10. Right here. Let's go of piece of paper. It drifts on the breeze and lands in a lantern. This is going to be the tricky part. Getting the player position so the paper lands where it's supposed to land. That's going to be the tricky part. So fake player, animate. I think it's 58. Let me double check. 58. Yep. 58. Where is my code? Here we go. I guess a delay of, I'm going to say 4. Excuse me. Once, block, forward. Okay, let's test it. If this gets right the first try, it'll be a miracle. Do your projects get messed up if AGS updates halfway through game development? It doesn't update automatically. You have to download the update. But yeah, they can get messed up, which is why it's good practice to create a backup of your game before updating. Eli and Mendana. So let's walk up here and see the flashback. I got to update that. Burp. Okay, she's holding the ticket. Yep, she's holding the ticket. That was kind of amazing, actually. First try, I got it right. The game will have voice acting, but not yet. Of course, demons like Chinese food. A cool puzzle that I implemented. Here's something really neat. This is close-up of a dragon, and you have to pull certain teeth to form a code. Of course, you have to figure out what that code is, and I'm not going to tell you what it is here. I'm very proud of this. This took forever because I had to do, we had to get, even with my placeholder art, this took forever because I needed to get all the teeth, all the highlights of the teeth, and all the pulled versions of the teeth. And I had to place each of those like right in the exact spot that it needed to be. Actually, I love the minimal art style for flashbacks. Let's fix that. Why don't we let's do the flashbacks right now. Let's fix it. Okay, that's pretty easy. It's very easy. All I do is create a desaturated version of the background, import it in as an object, and layer it on top. So let's do that. The if statements for the teeth puzzle. I managed to be clever. I managed to do something very clever that made it slightly easier, but it wasn't that easy. All right, so let's see here. It's Dropbox, Unavowed, graphics, scenes, Dragon Tree. Okay. So what we want is to make a desaturated version of that. Bam. Whoa. Oh, and we also... Ah, darn it. We don't want... It's the flashback is before all of this graffiti, so I might need Ben for this, but maybe I can cheat. Because it's black and white, so maybe I can cheat it out. So when you guys play the game, you'll see the little telltale brushes and things. But if you've never played the game before, you might not notice it. Or I might get Ben to just fix it for me. Smudge it a bit. There we go. Okay. It's a quick little scene. You probably don't notice it. I just... all this graffiti was added because a murder took place here caused by the demon. And so that's why all this graffiti got added, because it was a very shameful thing that happened. So this is going to be the tricky one. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, this is going to be fun. Let's see here. Huh. Okay. This is going to be a little... Okay. Whatever. Photoshop fun. Photoshop fun. I'm going to have to re-add those, the lines of the bricks in manually when I'm finished here. Murder by... I am the murder by graffiti. I'm murdering graffiti. Yeah. Ben's in Australia right now, and he's sleeping, so I'll just do this myself. I can do it. I can manage this. It won't look as nice, but it's like it's black and white, and it's such a quick little scene. Whoops. You won't even notice it. I mean, presumably you won't notice it. You guys will notice it because you were here. Come on. Or maybe I can make it this even. Can I just like do this in an even cheaper way? Can I just like... Nope, that won't work. All right, I have to do it the annoying way. Do 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 do. Dead air, dead air. Dave's not talking. Da 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 da. Isn't this exciting? I'm doing art, guys. Oh my god. Okay, start there, go up. There we go. That's a little... This is so cheap, guys. This is so cheap. But I'm doing it anyway. Okay. Alright, let's get that. Da, 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 da. Isn't this exciting? I feel like when this is out on YouTube, this will be the scene that I just like play back in fast speed. All right, I'm gonna smudge all this together when I'm done. Just getting all the bits out here. It'll look okay. It won't look great, but it'll look okay. Ben probably has the PSD, and maybe he'll. Oh well, I don't know. Usually Ben doesn't do a lot of layers when he paints. I'm sure he could do it in 2 seconds, but it's also 11 o'clock at night where he is, and he's clocked out for the day. I'll just do it. It'll take me less time than waiting for him. And if it looks bad, he can do it himself as well. It's not taking me too long here. All right, that's not very nice, but let's smudge it together and see what we got. All right, not very nice. Smudge it, smudge it, smudge it, smudge it. And then re-add the lines of the bricks manually and see how that looks. Probably not going to look very good, actually. I probably should just get Ben to do this. Looks all right. Okay, now let's get this. Zoom in here. Yeah, this is why Dave hires artists, guys, because he's not very good at it. Okay. Actually, let's flip that. Flip that again. Flip that one. Yeah, that doesn't look very nice, does it? That looks pretty bad. It's less noticeable now. Yeah, I agree. All right, I'm gonna just make that a little darker. I'm gonna bring that line. That line that just looks so ugly. All right, I'm gonna try bringing this over. All right, let's see here. Flipping it. I'm doing an art. Ha 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 ha. It doesn't look so bad. Okay. Now let's. All right. Let's see. Copy that line. Oops. And put that somewhere like right here. Okay. And then put another one right here. I mean, doesn't look great, doesn't look bad. Doesn't look super bad, you know. It's fine for now. I probably will get Ben to fix this. Hello, Chrono Travis. I probably will get Ben to fix this. This does not look so nice. Unless I do something silly. I'm going to try one more thing before I give up for good. I'm going to copy that and flip it horizontally and go shloomp. All right, it's a little better. I know the bits that bug me are right here. These dots right there. I'm going to fix those. And this bit right here, I think, is ugly. So I'm going to fix that by taking the bit that I do like, flipping it, and spitting it over there. Nope, that also looks bad. So screw that. Let's try this. Yeah, that actually looks not as bad as it did. So I'm going to keep that. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna keep this the way it is now. Yeah, this is why I'm not an artist. But it doesn't look bad at first blush, like when it's zoomed out. You can't really tell. I'm gonna keep it for now. Oh yeah, the streams, I export them to YouTube at the end, and I had new graffiti that says Dave was here. No, I want it to be clean. I want the restaurant to be clean. So let's see. I'm gonna call it desaturate. Bam. So now I'm going to import it. Rooms, Chinatown, Dragon exterior. Paste from file. Oh, whoops. Import. Scenes, Dragon Tree, desaturated version. I do not need an alpha channel because it's a full screen. Okay, so I'm going to bring that in as an object. Let's see. Oh, actually, wait, duh. I just replaced the one that's already there. Okay. Do not need an alpha channel. So it should just work because I've already done it, right? Let's see. Let's see if it works. I think the top of the brick one is a little less shaded, so maybe that's the same color. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna fiddle with it, but I want to. I don't know how exciting you guys find this right now. Chinatown. Oh, whoops. That one lantern is still, I gotta desaturate that one too. If you love something, set it free. Whoosh. That's amazing. First try, I got it right. You know what? I didn't even see it. I wasn't even looking. I didn't even notice the, because I was looking at the player character, I didn't notice the issue with the art. So I think it's fine. Unless someone really calls me out on it. Okay, so the one thing I need to do is desaturate the lantern as well. So let's do that. Let's go into the bit of the code where that's done. Okay. And I always forget the code for properly desaturating something. Let's see here. Okay, what was it? I think it was flashback setup. Let me see. Here we go. Import function, flashback setup. Tween tint. Oh, okay. You know an easy way to do this? Here's what I'm going to do. Here's an easy, cheap way to do it. Because tweening transparencies is a little... Actually, let's see here. tweening tinting is difficult. So I'm going to cheat, and first I'm going to get a screenshot of the room. Bam. And now I'm going to... Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny because I'm using two monitors. This it saved both of them. That's really funny. Okay, so I'm going to highlight that. Going to paste it into here so it's even. Oh wait, duh, that's not what I meant to do. Object. I want the place where the lantern actually is. So let's do that again. And copy and paste this. This is so cheap what I'm doing. It's so cheap. So cheap. And I know there's an easier way to do it, but I'm doing it the cheap way. Okay. Now I'm going to desaturate that. And I'm just going to remove, remove the lantern object from the room. It's easier to change the transparency over time than the tinting. It's just AGS, it's just easier that way. It's easier to tween the transparency than the tinting. So I'm just going to do that instead. So sprites, going to replace it with what's in the clipboard. Okay. And now I'm let's see here. What's the proper? Yes. Okay, so while... Okay, so the flashback object is tweening in, and the O lantern is tweening out. Yeah, to 100. Okay, now, but then I have to remember to bring it back in when it's done. So the object number is 1. So when it comes back, I need to, let's see here. Object 1. Because when you code outside of the room script, you need to use the object number, not the object name. Okay, so I think that should do it. Well, I'll just forget that this lantern is special. Let's see. All right, so let's bring Eli and Vicky. All right. Let's see how this looks now. You can use Eli to get it down. Okay, that looked silly. All right, I'll fix that. That's based on the old placeholder position. The lantern faded in. Let me see that again. I missed it. The lantern faded in and faded out. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, you know why? Okay, I'll tell you why. It's because, yeah, it's because the fading out the background was blocking. So it did that first, and then it faded in the lantern. So I'll do that first. That should do it. That should do it. That should fix the problem. The lantern's a ghost. Try that again. Let's bring in Madonna and Logan this time. Slump. Ah! I did it again. Okay. What? I used the wrong... I have the art with graffiti. All right, did I just save it incorrectly? Oh, haha. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. Don't even tell me. I overwrote it. But since I'm using Dropbox, I might be able to get it back. Let me see. This. Okay, let me. First of all, let me move that to another file. Let me X out of that. All right. This is why having good versioning software is important. Let's see here. Version history. All right. It says only one version, but at 10:13 a.m. So let's see what that is. Aha! Yep, there it is. So I can download that. All right, and open it. All right, so where? Open that. Can I open that with Photoshop? Come on. Open with Photoshop. All right, so I have it now. Okay, that was a bit. So then I can just erase this bit up here. Okay. And nobody is the wiser. Let's fix that, shall we? That was close. All right, so one thing, let's out of that. One thing I need to do is, yeah, fade out the colored lantern before fading out the background, because one is blocking and one is not, and the other one is not. All right, one more time. Oh wow, we're getting on an hour and a half here. That's pretty cool. Slack sends purrs. Thank you, Slacks. This is why versioning is good. Versioning software, whether you use Dropbox or some kind of SVN or GitHub, always useful. Always useful. And Donna and Vicky. Okay. Okay, fades out fine. Burp. Probably should remove the closed sign too, because, well, no, actually the restaurant is closed. Perfect. Perfect. All right, I think Mandana can. I haven't tested this out yet. She can climb this pillar here. Let's see how that looks. Nope. All right. Well, I deal with that another day. Whoops. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Okay. I'm trying not to let spoilers into the thing. So. I'm skipping through all the dialogue. If you really want spoilers, you can play this back later and hit pause. Okay, yeah, wow. We did quite a lot there. Let's see. Oh, you know what? There's some graffiti here that I didn't notice. Does that show? I don't think it does. Oh yeah, it does. You can see it, but it's so faint. It's so faint, it might as well not be there. I'll just get Ben to do this later. This is ridiculous. All right, so is there anything left? Did Ben send me anything else? Let's see here. The tomb's exterior. Rain splatter. Ben sent me some rain splatter. Okay, cool. That's fun. Let's import that. It just adds a little bit more depth to the rain when you can see it splattering against the floor. How do I feel about budgets? How do you think? I mean, I spend whatever I can afford, basically. Okay, so let's add some rain splatter to. He did one room, the outside of the jailhouse. So let's see. Oh, I don't have a folder for that room. So Tombs exterior. I love that it's called the Tombs. And call it rain. Did he add splatter? He added splatter to a lot of rooms. Okay. To the grocery store, to the noodle shop, to Canal Street. Yeah. All right, let's do it in order. Let's do Canal Street first. Roof Canal Street. Rain. There was probably an easier, more programmatical way to do it, like maybe like a big sprite sheet of rain, and a way to kind of draw where the rain hits the ground. Would have been the smart way to do it, but we're not smart, so we do it manually for every single room because we're crazy, apparently. Okay, so let's do that. Let's create a view for it. A view. Rooms. Let's see. Let's make a new subfolder for Chinatown. Okay. V Rain Canal Street. And add all sprites from folder. Rooms. Chinatown. Canal Street. Rain. Okay. These are always fun to add, because it's something short and easy that adds so much to the game. So add, let's add the first image so we can get the placement. Chinatown, Canal Street, rain. And usually he lines it up so it's right. Yep, okay. So I can do it, layer it right over the room, and give it a baseline of 1, so it's way in the back. Do not make it clickable. Oh, rain. Give it a name. Oh, rain. All right, so now we add the command to set it going. Oh, rain, set view, v rain canal, oh, rain, animate. I think I usually use 3. No, it's loop 0, speed of 3, repeat, non-blocking, forward. So let's see how that looks. You are amped for this game. Awesome. When will this game be available for pre-order? Next year sometime. It's taking... You could see why it's our most ambitious game, and you can see why it's taking us much longer to do than anything we've ever done. Yep, now you can see all the little rain droplets. And doesn't that make it so much cooler? Look at that. That's so beautiful. That just makes it feel so much more real. So now we're going to add them to the rest of the rooms. Okay. Let's see here. This is like the boring part of implementing. Just importing rain. Okay, so restaurant exterior. Rain. I'm assuming Ben did that. Okay. Restaurant exterior. Did he do rain? Rain splatters. It's gorgeous. The subway looks like the subway. Well, yeah. The subway looks like the subway. Gosh, yeah, well, I hope so. Ben has visited New York a few times, so I've always believed in making things look as real as possible. And so I pushed Ben to do the same, and Ben's well aware of that, so he makes sure to do the same. Okay, where are my views? Those are dialogues. Views, here we go. Chinatown. V, rain, dragon. Why not? Rain dragon. I'm at that punchy stage of the stream where I'm like, everything is funny. Oh yeah, rain dragon. Chinatown. Rain. Gotta delete the first one. Okay, so now I have to import that in. Oh, right, I got to add the object first. So many objects here. Okay. Oh, and I also got to remove the rain during the flashback, so that's something else I got to do, but I'll deal with that later. I say I'll deal with it later, and then, you know, it's in the release of the game because I forgot all about it. Oh, rain. Okay. Oh, rain. Set view. The rain dragon. Oh, rain. Animate. Whoops. I misspelled animate. Animate. Loop 0. Delay of 3. Repeat. And no blocking. Go forwards. All right. I'm just going to do a whole bunch of them at once and then test them all together. So we'll see how well it works. So we did dragon exterior, noodle shop. Let's do the noodle shop now. Rain. Noodle shop. Rain splatters. Whoops, I meant to do all of them. This is why the sprite count of the game is huge. Because we're doing everything manually because we're crazy people. Let's see. And now I'm singing everything I'm doing. I'm definitely at that stage. I say this with every stream, but it always amazes me. I'll look at some Twitch streamers and I see like they're online for like, they do a stream for like 4 or 5 hours at a time. I don't know how you do it. I can work for a full day, but like being on and like talking and just sort of makes me lightheaded after a while. Brain splatters. I came back after doing things, and the first thing I hear is brain splatters. Rain splatters is what I'm doing. Rain splatters. I'm adding rain splatters to the street. So this is the... Which one am I doing? The noodle shop. Okay, so add the view. V rain noodles. And add sprites from folder. I don't know why it closes up the folder hierarchy every time I exit out of it. That's kind of annoying. But you take the good with the bad. Okay. Noodle shop. Go up to load room. So the very first thing it does is... Oh, wait, I gotta create the object. I know, I've been using AGS for 10 years. You think I'd remember how to do this stuff. Noodles. Has it? No, it's been more than that. God, I've been using it since 2001. So 16 years I've been using AGS. This is why it's so hard for me to switch to something like Unity, because I'm so used to this. Okay. Description, rain 89, room 89. Come on, stop closing my folders. Okay. Oh, rain. Set view. V rain noodle. Oh, rain animate. Loop 0. Delay of 3. Repeat. No block forwards. Bam. All right. What room is next? Grocery store. All right. I'm going to save this. I have way too many tabs open, so I'm going to save the game and close everything because it's getting annoying. All right, so the grocery store. That one's next. Sprites. Room. Chinatown. Grocery. Rain. And I think that's the last one, because everything else is inside. Oh, the tombs. I forgot about the tombs. Grocery store. Rain splatter. Whoops. Okay. And now create the object. I'm not forgetting to do it this time. Right, and we're at the grocery store. Rain. First one. Whoa, no! Ah, crap. Darn it. All right, now I got to put that back where it was. Got to line it up. I should have locked it. Okay, nope, not quite. All right, that needs to be a little farther to the right. Did I get that right? Usually I just change the X position to see if it's changed. Nope, it's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to lock that one. Haha. Now go back to the object I just created. Change it to rain. Give it an X and Y position of 0, 360. And, oh, I didn't give it a view. New view. V rain grocer. And loop of rooms, Chinatown, grocery, rain. Bam. All right. Open up the script. I'm just zooming through this because I'm basically doing the same thing over and over again. Set the view. V rain grocery. Whoops, not Grant. Grocer. Rain, animate, 0, 3, repeat, no blocky forwards. Okay. And one more, and then we're done. The tombs. So let's open. See, it closed up all my folders again. AGS! Rain. Importing them. I might be going too fast for you to see what I'm doing. I'm sorry about that if so. I'm basically repeating the same thing over and over again, which is why I'm kind of zooming through here. So we imported all the sprites. I want to go up to the views. The rain tombs. I guess the smart thing, what I could have done is created one view for all of the rain. No, that would have been a stupid way to do it. No, I'm doing it the right way. I'm doing it the right way. V, Chinatown, tombs, rain. Oh, whoops. I meant to import them all at once because I can do that now. There we go. Bam. Okay. And I'm going to copy the sprite number. That'll make things slightly easier. Objects, place object with that sprite number. Change the X and Y position. Oh, rain. You know what? The last room I did, I don't think I set the rain to unclickable. I'm just gonna check. No, I'm gonna, while I still have the state in my head, I'm just gonna set the view. V rain tombs. Oh, rain animate. 0, 3. Repeat, no block forwards. Whoops. This is what happens when I get a little punchy and I start rushing. I make mistakes. A lesson for all of you. All right, so I'm just going to double check all the other rooms to make sure that the rain is not clickable, because that can really screw something up. Rain, not clickable. Good. And at the grocer, the rain is clickable. All right, good thing I checked. Noodle shop. Rain is clickable. Yeah, I think I remember changing it on Canal Street because it was the first one I did. Rainfall, false. Okay, good. Okay, let's test it all out. Is there an undo for that? It's been a while since I looked at the chat, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh, you know what? Chinatown. God, look at that. Yeah. So pretty. Yep. Raindrops on the ground. That's so cool. Raindrops on the ground. Yeah, look at that. And there they are there. Oh, it's on the car too. That's clever. This is why we do each room manually, so we can get special raindrops. That's really nice. And let's check the restaurant. There it is. And during the flashback, the rain splatter is still going to be there. Oh, I forgot to turn off the rain too. Oops. I gotta adjust their position for later. Okay. It all looks good. Oh, and I forgot to turn the rain sound back on after the flashback. Alright, that's something I have to remember to do. Okay. That all looks great. Alright, I'm gonna take another sip of this cold coffee now. I found out about Wadjet Games by the Charlotte review in the newspaper. The review was black and white because of financial problems of the newspaper, but screenshots really inspired me. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Thank you, Sasha. Now, earlier, someone mentioned characters talking in the background, and if I had written some. And I did. I've written quite a bit of it, and I'll show you some. Oops. Let's see. Where should I go to show you? Where's a good place to show you? I guess, Subway by itself. Let's see. I think we can yeah. I'll show you some non-spoilery bits. If you go to the very first mission of the game, like they'll start talking to each other. I think. Yeah. At least nothing here's waiting to kill us. Well, the night is young. So yeah, as you walk around, like they will chat with each other and stuff. I think if you go back to the same room, they have another conversation. At least they were supposed to. Nope, they're not. Yeah, there's a better place for that. Oh, you see, I think here's all the characters together. Because we were playing through a version of the game where all the characters were recruited. So here they all are. What's another good place to show you? Let's see. Trying to think of a good non-spoilery place to show you. Vicky Logan recruit, I think. Okay, yeah. If we bring Eli and Vicky, and go to the Bronx, I think they have a conversation right outside the subway. Yeah. They should be facing each other. That's something I gotta fix. Did she just say ahem to that? Amen to that. God, Dave. Just a little something about the game. Vicky is a former police officer, so if you talk to this MTA worker, Vicky knows the guy, and so he trusts you a little bit more because he trusts Vicky. And if you didn't have Vicky with you, you'd need to get information in a different way. So yeah, I'm firmly really focusing on like replayability and different paths and things like that. So will there be lip movement? No, there won't be. Much like every game we've done since Jamune has not had lip movement. Just the voices and just, oh, the MTA voice. Yeah. We haven't had lip mouth movement since, I think Blackwell Conversions was the last one. It's just a ton of extra work. It never looks good, ever. And we can have much more detailed facial portraits. Like, these portraits look amazing. And the amount of work that we'd have to put into it if we had their mouths move would be exponentially more. So we don't do it. And we're maybe like a game or two away from stopping using portraits altogether. Because with the high-res characters, it seems silly to use portraits. Because you can see their mouths move a lot easier. So we might just be doing that. We don't know. Oh, the soundtrack is cool? Thank you. Oh, Golden Wake poster, yeah. The reason why Ben did that, by the way, Ben really believes in balance. So he always tries to have triangles of color. So you've got this, well, you can't see it because of the UI, but that light up there with the window, like down here with the yellow here, and then again with the Golden Wake poster. So he really believed in all the balancing everything out. So if you look at any of Ben's art from this game, you'll see color triangles everywhere. Okay, guys, I think that's about as far as I can take this for now. Yeah, this is all the interesting stuff. Maybe I should have led with this at the beginning. Instead, since you guys stuck with it, you get to see it all at the end. Yeah, you can talk to them. You couldn't talk to them in Chinatown because I haven't implemented any conversations yet. So I think I could show you one more bit with background conversations. If you go to Staten Island, for example, yeah, so they talk to each other there too. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you know what, guys? I think this is a good place to end it. Good stream. Thank you, Chrono Travis. I think Ben also wrote a blog post about that balance. He did. Ben writes a lot of great blogs and posts about art that he does for us and about art in general. He writes for Adventure Gamers now. A lot of his articles go up there. And I think there's going to be another one coming very soon. So yeah, you look for that. Yeah, see here, look. Green, 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 and green. Triangles. Yeah, so yeah, I guess that's it. I never know how to end these things, so I'm just gonna say goodbye and thank you very much. Hopefully I didn't talk your ear off the whole time, but that is why you're here, I guess. I really want to play some of the old WEG games. Cool. My job is done. Sweet. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna hit stop because I never know how to end these things. So until next time, watch Twitter, watch Facebook, watch everything. I'll be exporting this to YouTube today, so you can watch it there. Thanks. Bye.